there, this is August Skeleton Key, and I'm popping in to say, yes, I realize this is really late for a Reading Rush vlog segment, but in actuality, I really had to think long and hard about whether or not I even wanted to post this video at all. If you follow the Reading Rush, or at least if you followed it this year, you probably know by now that there was some significant controversy, especially towards the end, but also leading up to it and in the beginning and throughout the week. And I have to confess, I was largely oblivious to it. And so that's why my vlogging is doesn't mention it at all. And as you may have noticed, Instagram is not my platform, so I really didn't hang out there that much, and so most of this I just completely missed. And as you know, hearing about it sort of after the fact, I will admit that it knocked some of the shiny off of it, especially as someone brand new to BookTube and the Reading Rush readathon. This was all new to me, and I mean, as you can tell from my channel, I started it specifically for the Reading Rush TBR, and so I'm a little bummed, but at the same time that sounds really flippant and dismissive. However, as someone new to the community, I don't feel that I have much right to comment on how things are run, and especially as a white person in this instance. You know, apologies were proffered, and I feel like assessing those apologies, deciding whether to accept or reject them, I feel like that's just not my place. So what I intend to do is, in the description below, I will be posting some links to some people who have provided what I think is insightful commentary, and from people who actually witnessed it and know what went on. You know, they know what happened, and they can explain much better than I ever could why people are upset about it. I would rather boost those voices than really say much of my own. I do encourage you to watch those videos and listen to those voices. In the meantime, if you would like, you can also watch the remainder of my oblivious vlogging. So I just finished The Flight Girls by Noelle Salazar, and now I am going to start Ghost Wall by Sarah Moss, and I'm going to eat my cashew chicken that I just ordered. Cashew chicken is not my normal go-to for Chinese food, but I got word today that David Leong has died at the age of 99, and he was the inventor of cashew chicken. I've actually eaten at Leong's Tea House in Springfield, Missouri. So, he will be missed. So yeah, that was kind of a crazy amount of carbs, and now I just really want to take a nap. But I think there's a reading sprint coming up soon, I think. Anyway, I am about 20 pages into Ghost Wall by Sarah Moss. I like it, I think. I mean, it's a really short book, so 20 pages is kind of a significant amount of it. It's about this family that is for their vacation, they're pretending to be an Iron Age family, and they're camping with some archaeology students, I guess, somewhere in the northern part of England, I think. I kind of want to strangle this girl's dad. He's a total jerk. And I hope something comes of that. I have a feeling it's going to be very much the other direction, though. I worry about that. The main problem I'm having with it is that there are no quotation marks anywhere. So, there's lots of dialogue, but yeah, it takes a little while to figure out who's actually saying things. Well, I mean, it does have dialogue tags, but it's all kind of jammed together into, there'll be like three people talking in the same paragraph, and it's kind of annoying that way. But otherwise, I'm liking the writing style. But we'll see, and maybe the dad will die. I don't know. I hope. We can hope. So it's Wednesday morning, and I'm in the middle of the 8 a.m. sprint on Twitter, and I'm almost done with Ghost Wall. It's at first I was getting sort of Wicker Man vibes from it, but now I'm getting more Stepford Wives vibes from it, so which is upsetting. I am really liking the writing, even though I'm still kind of ticked off about the lack of punctuation and yeah, paragraph breaks and stuff in the dialogue. But but I like the story. I hope it ends well. I have a feeling it won't. I have a feeling this is going to go very Stepford Wives. It's, yeah, very, wow, the patriarchy sucks. Yeah. So I did finish Ghost Wall. I really, really liked this one a lot. It was really good. I still don't like the lack of punctuation and paragraph breaks, but for the dialogue. But the story was really good. I don't think I'd give it 5 stars. It's up there. Definitely 4 stars. A little too on the nose, I think, in some ways. But I really, really like this one. And I'm looking forward to the book club discussion next week. I decided to slot it in as number 7, read a book that takes place on a different continent than where you live, because I live in North America. This is set in northern England, right at the border with Scotland, I think. And I don't know. I will use it for the birthstone challenge if I have to, but I'm going to start looking at other books that might be a better fit for that one. So I'll let you know what I come up with. I had a workshop this morning, so I'm pretty behind for the day already. I'm going to do the making a cup of tea thing, the little mini challenge. So I thought about doing a cup of coffee, but lately I've been doing instant coffee, and I thought that might be a little too traumatic for my coffee snob friends. I have a lot of coffee snob friends. I probably should be a coffee snob, but I'm just not. Let's see. What do we got? Dryad tea. I love dryad tea. This is my tea drawer, which is in much need of reorganization. Flora tea, rooibos, honey, bush tea. Almost out of fake cake. A deck of cards. Are we painting white roses red? Let's do this one. And let's see. Do this. tab Soroka County. Let's hope I figure out how to edit soon, because this is all over the place. So that's what it looks like. And oh my, this smells really good. What all is in this? Let's see if I can do this without dumping it all over the floor. Elderberry and huckleberry laced with vanilla and spiced with anise notes. Oh my. This is good. This is going to be so good. There she floats. Ouch. Damn. Ooh. Shiny. And that needs to steep for a bit. The trivet is also from a Dryad Pottery Kickstarter. So pretty. You can see it's all, I don't know if you can tell, it's all crackle glass and stuff. Yay. Alright, should be ready. And now some milk. I like to shake it so it froths a little bit. This didn't get frothed because I just opened it and there wasn't really enough space in there to shake it. But now I've got my mug of tea with milk, so I can go read. Probably listen to, I started on Get a Life, Chloe Brown. I started on that yesterday, and just all of a sudden I'm like 7 hours into it. Wow. Got it through Hoopla online, and audiobook. So I expect I'll finish that one up today. I am behind. This is actually day 4, but I have been, until last night, I have been doing my journal entries. And so this is day 1. I did my little graph. And then day 2, I really screwed up on the graph. It looks really ugly, but my favorite author, Agatha Christie. I don't like to play favorites with living authors because I have so many friends who are authors, and if I name one, then I'm ignoring the others, and I love them all. So, but there's my crappy little graph. And then this morning I went and I got the graph done for yesterday. Yeah, there. So yeah, I did an hour and 7 minutes on my outside book, and then 7 hours and 45 minutes of Chloe Brown. So that maybe end up being my 5-star read this time. Who knows? It's a little more romance than I like, but it's a good story too. So. And your favorite reading snack / drink? I'm not terribly picky. So now I guess I should write the journal entries, because I did not do my day 3 journal. So I will do that now. So the little bit of a plumbing emergency this morning. Well, not an emergency. There's just some water. We've tracked down the source of the water. It's the garbage disposal joy. So call the plumbing company and we'll see what they can do. In the meantime, I did get a little bit further on Lagom, the Swedish art of balanced living, and it's super cute. It's really kind of strange looking at some of this stuff right now. Really nice illustrations and photographs, and there's recipes. So I don't even like cinnamon buns, but the recipe looks really good for cinnamon buns, so I'm going to be making cinnamon buns. I don't know why. But it's strange because It talks about all these, quintessentially Swedish things and approaches to life and everything. And right now, they're doing almost as badly as the US, I think. I imagine we're the worst, but they're, I don't know. It's just really strange that it's not what would have expected from Sweden. The response to the pandemic would not have expected that. Here I am, my favorite reading chair. Got it at IKEA. Today was a physical therapy day, so I'm kind of wiped out. That reminds me of reading that Get a Life, Chloe Brown by Talia Hibbert. One of the things I really appreciate it is that the main character has chronic pain, chronic illness, fibromyalgia in her case. And I think maybe a few other things, I'm not sure, but definitely the fibromyalgia is I think the main thing. But I really appreciated the author's attention to that and inclusivity. I thought that was really really good to see, especially in a romance novel. And so today I'm reading Carrie. So got a little bit more into Carrie. This is unpleasant. It's not bad. I mean, it's 70s, and the 70s just kind of sucked. I hated the 70s the first time, and I don't like being thrust back into the 70s. Not fun. And his writing style, I've read more recent stuff, and his writing style didn't hit me like it is in this and in The Shining. There's like there are these parenthetical remarks and then there's parenthetical remarks and there's italics, and you're never really sure what is going on. What's thoughts, what's, I don't know, emotions. I'm not sure what he's trying to signify there. And at physical therapy, there was a gal in the locker room. She really liked my shirt. You can see it's not hoarding if it's books, and she said that was really really a cute shirt, and said her boyfriend has four bookcases, and she thinks that's a lot. Hey y'all, calling it a night. It's not even 11 yet, but plumbers are coming in the morning, and something, what is it? Mayhem? Murder. Something violent that starts with an M in the Midlands. Murder in the Midlands, I think, is starting at 8 a.m. Mountain Time. So, yeah, if I'm going to get any sleep, I better get at that. Good night. It's Mystery in the Midlands. I knew it started with an M, and, well, I was going to say, well, it's not that violent, but, the logo has knives in it, so, so I was on track. And, you'll be happy to know I dusted my laptop, but not a very good job. I'll have to try again. Hi! We have a new garbage disposal, yay! And I'm not sure why we're hoarding Cascade, but apparently we are. It's a thing. We've got like 5 bottles of Cascade. I don't know why. But I have gotten pretty much 0 reading done. I'm gonna try to chill with Carrie. Maybe Lagom. Lagom's probably a better choice for today. I have a feeling I'm only going to get through 5 books for this reading rush, but oh well. But I figure 5, that's a lot better than I would usually do in a week. So I'm pleased. So last night I made stuffed bell peppers, and so this morning for breakfast I'm having leftovers. This is one of them. I doctored it with some pizza sauce and some Penzeys Greek seasoning and a bunch of cheese because, cheese. Love cheese. And it's actually very tasty. I like it. So This is the last day of the reading rush. I have 3 books to go. I am not going to get them all finished. So, let's see. Yeah, I'm not very far into Wizard of Earthsea at all. So, probably not going to be that one. Carrie, no, not Carrie. So, I mean, that's kind of a lot, but uh yeah, it's quick and easy. I mean, look at how there's not that much, although it is really kind of ticking me off that so much of the text, it's like dark on dark like this. It's really hard to read. I mean, not all of it, but like there's another one that's really hard to read. So, and I'm curious to know from people who are in Sweden, is it really that bad? I mean, they're talking about how the COVID response has been so much worse than anywhere in Europe, and they're even to the point that it's as bad as in America, or maybe even worse. So if you're in Sweden, tell me, is it really that bad? And why? Because the way the COVID response is being described to me here in the States, it's not in keeping with the principles of Lagom. It's just not. So why this disconnect? Anyway, let me know. Well, they're not going to win any prizes for uniformity, but there they are, and I forgot to put the salt in the dough, so they weren't supposed to actually rise as well as they did. But we'll see how this goes. So I'm supposed to cosplay something, or maybe that was Instagram. I don't know. But anyway, I'm cosplaying a Swedish baker. See? Ta-da! And this recipe was only supposed to make 10 or 9. It was a weird recipe. It was like, it called for 10 fluid ounces of milk or half a pint, which does not make sense to me. I don't know, maybe Swedes measure pints differently. And it said it would make 10 buns, but to use a muffin tin with 9 wells. So that doesn't make any sense either. And especially since this is how many I got. Well, the Swedish cinnamon bun adventure has pretty much done me in for the night, so it's not quite midnight, but I'm gonna call it for the reading rush, readathon. I did finish 5 books, finished Lagom. There, you can see it. I did finish that. Let's see, I finished The Flight Girls, and we had our high tea book club. We had that meeting today, and we all liked it. I think actually all of the ones I finished, I would give 4 stars to. I also finished Ghost Wall. That book club meeting is tomorrow. And then Get a Life, Chloe Brown, I think was probably my favorite of the week. Kind of a surprise because it's, definitely a romance and that's not really my thing, but I did really enjoy that. On Cats, which was really pretty nice. It was a little confusing as an audiobook because I couldn't really tell. It's like, oh, okay, is this a poem or or he's just talking about cats? And then there was one, I guess it was a poem, but he said like the same thing 10 different ways all in a row, describing this cat, and I'm like, okay. But it was good. It was definitely a nice little outdoor read. Listen, I guess. And then Lagom, which yeah, the recipe had problems, but it turned out okay, I think. So I call it a success. I had fun. It was great. Even did some of the Twitter sprints and a few of the Instagram sprints. And I had a great time. And this is a sneak peek for an upcoming video that I'm working on. Today is my 18-year book-iversary with the bookcrossing.com website. Yes, I've been on there since 2002. I'm an old-timer, yeah. But I've been a little out of the loop on book crossing the last few years, and I really want to get back into it, so I'm doing a book-iversary release unhaul. So I've got 18 books picked out that I'm going to be unhauling on bookcrossing.com. So watch for that. In the meantime, like, subscribe, see you around.